something funny.
And that's my 47-minute rant as to why Oney Lorcan is the best wrestler on this planet. If you missed it, I'm sorry. You missed some of the greatest talking points in the history of professional wrestling.
It was actually 47 and a half minutes.
Look,
don't sell yourself short.
I know you weren't.
And that's
convinced.
only part one. That's only part one.
That's only part one. Just wait until after SmackDown. I'm going to continue this again.
Anyway, I agree. Oney Lorcan's the best wrestler in history.
See, you wouldn't have known that if it wasn't for my 47.5-minute rant about Oney Lorcan.
Well, I got the point after the third minute. You just kept going. Anytime I even alluded that you should stop, you told me to shut the fuck up, and you threatened to kill me and my family. It was like you were possessed. Your eyes just glossed over and turned fucking white.
The ghost of Pennywise. To all my friends, present, past, and beyond. To those of us that weren't with us
Pennywise the band, not the clown.
Why the fuck would I reference the clown? I have taste.
Anyway, the match was good. I love Oney Lorcan. I love Pete Dunne. They're two great fucking heel wrestlers.
Yes.
Makes Gargano and Theory de facto faces, and it doesn't make the dynamic bad. Usually fucking heel versus heel sucks.
Yeah.
But to have these hard fucking tough pure wrestling heels against these goofy fucking
faces.
These goofy fucking heels, they're also heels. Gargano and Theory are heels.
Look, your faces because you're goofy.
Yeah. They're the de facto faces if there's any other heel around them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oney Lorcan and Pete Dunne fucking pulled out a half Nelson Slam powerbomb combo, which looked fucking great.
Ooh.
Yeah. Good team. And Gargano hit a slingshot DDT for the win. Karrion Kross attacked Gargano after the match, though. So
good.
He attacked him for the sanctity of Oney Lorcan.
He was possessed. Oney Lorcan is a spirit traveling from body to body.
His eyes were also glossy and white, and he also got on the ring, grabbed a mic, and started fucking talking about Oney Lorcan for 45 minutes, and everybody had to work around it for the rest of the show.
It's a good thing NXT is pre-recorded.
They cut off his mic at one point, and you could still hear him perfectly clear. It was kind of disturbing. Yeah, that charging battery mysterious promo thing. It's at 41%.
So originally, I didn't know who it was. Now, I don't know who it is.
Yeah, I still just have no clue who it is. It's very vague.
Honestly, I mean, it could be Roddy.
It could be. Unless...
he did say he had to recharge.
Yes, and we have not seen Roddy since he said that. Not at all.
Not once.
Karrion Kross and Samoa Joe have a meeting. Kross says he can't be hit unless provoked, and Joe says, of course, and let him walk away. And then Pete Dunne just came off, and they had a fucking stare down.
It's great having if you're not going to have Samoa Joe wrestle, you could just have him stand around and be angry at people.
Yeah.
Just use Samoa Joe.
There's a triple threat number one contenders tag team women's match next week.
Yeah.
Between the three teams that brawled in the previous segment.
All right.
Or earlier. Elektra Lopez versus Frankie Monet.
I assume Frankie won.
Wade Barrett also does not like Frankie Monet's dog. He announces that he's a cat guy. And yes, Monet won with a glam slam.
I mean, he's just one step above libertarian.
Does he have a license for that bullhammer?
Well.
Bronson Reed is asked about Santos Escobar.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand him. How many times can one man be squashed before they get the fucking message? And then Hero came in. They basically just derailed the promo and talk shit about Everrise, and Top Dollar mentioned Reed isn't even from North America, and they left. I seriously don't get that fucking promo, but it was somehow good.
You know, they were
Reed is
so
not from North
convinced
America.
by Top Dollar talking shit about Everrise that they released him.
We'll get to that. Everrise was there early today. They went to go commit vandalism on Evero's van, but then Top Dollar rolled down the window because he was still in it. And he told them ski masks don't work when your name's on your shirt. And they walked away.
Look, how can you not like that? How can you not like these fucking guys? These guys are just goofs.
They're fine when they have somebody to work off of, but when it's just them, they're annoying as all fucking hell.
I'm sure. I'm sure. They just needed the Ascension to be there with them.
Yeah.
Like Breezango.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
I was actually just thinking about them the other day. I'm like, man, Breezango's like the only team fucking really left from that era of SmackDown Live. And then it happened.
One day we'll get to that if you stop interrupting me with that.
Honestly, I keep forgetting that they get released. I kept forgetting that they were just released. I just wanted to talk about them.
Everrise and Hit Row had a match. Ashante the Adonis and Top Dollar being the members of Hit Row to have the match.
Yes.
I mentioned I still have no clue who the fuck Everrise is and what their problem is. And that's not going to change, I guess. Everrise, one of the members of Everrise got pinned with a crucifix bomb neckbreaker combo that looked actually really fucking dangerous.
Yep, welcome.
And then Swerve kicked the fucking head of the other Everriser.
Yes.
That wasn't pinned after the match, and they posed.
You know, I've been hearing WWE 2K22 is being canceled.
Really?
Yeah, because there's fucking no roster left. Nick Khan doesn't care about gamers.
Mercedes Martinez is interviewed. She has a mixed tag match next week against Xia Li and Boa. She doesn't know who her partner will be. And then Xia Li and Boa come and fucking beat her up, but Jake Atlas makes the save. So next week we get the gay community versus the Asian community.
Oh my god.
The battery's at 51%. They didn't actually say that. I just wrote that down because it's like, oh wait, don't they have something in common?
Yes. Yes, they do.
And there's nothing wrong with that. You know, when I say it like that, it sounds sarcastic, but no, there's literally nothing wrong with that. Gay people are people too.
Yes.
Happy Pride Month.
Sure.
The battery's at 51%. Oh, whoa. We're halfway there.
Whoa.
Oh, whoa. Living on a prayer.
Maybe in a couple weeks, take my hand. Wrestling.
It does seem like it goes 20% every week. So I guess in 3 weeks we'll see him.
Nice.
Kushida versus Sleazy Kyle is the main event.
Sleazy Kyle?
Sleazy Kyle.
Who wins? I hope it's Kyle.
Kushida got a hoverboard locked in, but Kyle transitions it into a pin for the win. Your wish is granted.
Absolutely love that the Cruiserweight Champion was just pinned by someone in the world title scene. Loving it.
The match was fine, but not worth the hype, in my opinion. Adam Cole comes out. He and Kyle brawl. Kushida is attacked by Roderick Strong. And Roddy,
What?
Tyler Rust. Yes. The Diamond Mine, dude.
The Diamond Mine has appeared.
Malcolm Bivens, Suzuki, Rust, Roddy Little Boots. It's time.
The Hideki Suzuki. And that might not mean a lot to a lot of people. It might not. But one of the last students of the great catch wrestling legend Billy Robinson, come on. He's only 40 plus years old too, so I mean he's got at least 10 years in WWE.
Yeah. He's gonna do fine.
I like the Diamond Mine. We're truly in the post undisputed era of NXT.
Yes. We're in what I like to call the disputed era.
Yeah. It is pretty disputed right now.
Yes.
Where do we go from here?
Week. We go to news of the week.
News of the week. Everybody's being fucking released.
Look, I don't want to sound like calloused or heartless. No one really got released this week that really just either didn't have a good run in WWE and you could tell their star was falling, or that was just not getting used anyway. The only way you could argue is Everrise, and I just personally don't like Everrise, so I'm not going to comment on them. But everybody else, like some of them needed change of scenery anyway. I didn't think Breezango. I think they already kind of overstayed their welcome. They weren't used right anymore.
I mean, you think about it, Fandango's been in the company for 14 years.
Yeah.
Like, you spend over a decade with one company. Hoo-wee.
Like, they should have gotten more at their peak, Breezango. They should have gotten more. Yeah, and each guy individually should have gotten more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, say what you will, but Tyler Breeze has the distinction of being the only WWE wrestler to have wrestled Jushin Thunder Liger in a WWE ring.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a huge fucking honor. No.
Breezango beat Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. You can't take that away from him.
Yeah, Fandango did in his debut match.
Yeah. They had great moments, both guys, but they deserved more. They deserved more title runs. They deserved a higher standing in the echelon of wrestling.
The business is just fickle. That's all you can say.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Breezango, Everrise, Arturo Huas, August Gray, Kurt Stallion, Killian Damo.
I didn't know about Damo. Damn.
Yeah, Damo's gone.
God damn.
I think that's all of them. That's all the ones off the top of my head.
Yeah. And Stallion and Gray, they seem to be better at. They seem like indie guys that didn't really fit in the WWE system.
Kurt Stallion was injured for like his entire run.
Yeah, he didn't fit. He was injured.
He wrestled. He had good matches against fucking Santos Escobar, and that was it. He got injured. He got a wrist injury, and then he was released right as soon as he got cleared.
Damn.
Kind of
that
fucked.
Sucks.
Yep.
That's kind of
and there is one last release. The release, of course, is I forget her name, but she was the writer that everyone's been mad about on wrestling.
Oh, she got released?
She was released earlier in the week, and that had nothing to do with the backlash. WWE doesn't give a shit about wrestling fans because wrestling fans don't know what the fuck they're talking about as much as they think they do.
Including us.
Including us.
Sorry,
absolutely.
Sorry, especially us.
Absolutely. I make it seem like I know a shit ton more than what I probably actually know. You
I just
know?
write down what happens and then have wrong opinions about it.
What the fuck
Do
was
you hear my
that?
nephew screaming?
Oh,
It's my nephew screaming.
I thought it was like your cat or something. I'm like, what the hell happened to him?
Now, my nephew is a screamer. He's one of those children that anytime he does anything, he wants to scream while doing it.
Oh God. Let's keep him away from YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was released. Apparently she lost a lot of backstage favor. Apparently. This is according to wrestling journalists. She lost a lot of backstage favor because she didn't know anything about wrestling before being hired. Well, guess what? So do a lot of fucking writers. It's a television show. Already went on this fucking rant.
We already won on this rant. Like it
still just upsets me. Wrestling fans need to get the fuck over themselves. It's just a show about dudes in tights. That's it.
Yeah. And the way that Raw and SmackDown are written and booked, it seems like no one back there knows what the fuck wrestling is. So why not just get somebody that can write?
Yeah.
If you could get a good writer, a good television or movie writer, who knows how to progress characters, who knows logical character progression, logical ways that shit could be interpreted, it would be a lot better than these fucking idiots that are back there right now.
I mean, think about what Eric Bischoff did in fucking WCW. You know what their fucking writing team did with the NWO and shit. It was a long, drawn out storyline. Sting, what was he part of the NWO? Was he against it? Why isn't Sting here? You know, all this other shit. You know.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, Raw, SmackDown, NXT, AEW, Dynamite, they're shows. They're not games. They're not matches. They're not real fights. They're shows.
Which is where AEW gets it wrong. They don't write compelling television. They write wrestling shows. And
yeah. And AEW has their own problems. I hope one day they fix it.
They came back.
The worst thing you could do the worst thing you could do if you want somebody to fix something is to tell them that it's not broken.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm personally vocal about fucking AEW is wrong. I don't want them to fail. That'd be the worst thing that could happen. Yeah. I love everybody in that promotion. Except for, well, I won't say anybody. I love everybody. I love most of the wrestlers in the promotion.
And I don't want any, great, though.
Yeah. But seeing anybody on the indies where they have more pull on what their matches are. They don't have the TV guidelines to deal with.
Right.
It's better. But like, I don't want these people to lose a stable paycheck. That's not good for the business. That's not good for them.
Right.
Yeah. I think some people should be elevated higher than where they are, and some people should not be elevated to their to where their standing is right now. But that's the way it is. I'm not a booker.
No,
I can imagine it's harder than what people fucking want to pretend like it is.
Yeah, a lot of people want to pretend like it's just the easiest fucking thing in the world.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with fantasy booking, but like, there's nothing wrong with fantasy booking and complaining when somebody does it wrong. But you gotta acknowledge that it's not easy.
No, absolutely not. Because you have to book two opposing forces. You have to book why they're opposing. You have to you have to think about realistically, why would these two guys face each other? Realistically.
Yeah, and you have to do that every single week, several times a week, on several different shows with several dozen people.
It's hard.
It is hard. And it makes sense that it could get disorganized. It makes sense that the stories could sometimes make not as much sense. I forgot where I was going with this.
I did too. AEW should be better.
Like AEW should be better. Like, nothing against anybody who's working there. It's very hard to do what they do. It's very hard to book how it should be booked. But they do a lot of shit that's fucking awful, and people act like it's great, so they don't fix it.
Yeah. Take the cage match.
Oh yes, I want to talk about this last week. The cage match fucking sucked. If you liked the UFC style match that Jake Hager and Wardlow had last week, first of all, fuck you. Just straight up go fuck yourself. You're a fucking idiot. And secondly, that means that you either eat any shit that AEW fucking shoves in your mouth and with a goddamn grin on your face, or you have never watched anything other than fucking wrestling, so you have no concept about how fucking bad every single fucking move in that match looked. I'm not even a huge UFC guy. I've seen UFC before, though, and I can tell you that those fucking punches look super fucking fake. I've never seen somebody in a UFC fight. There's probably some video out there of some fucking dude actually doing it, but I've never seen a fucking UFC fight that you can take seriously where somebody hits a fucking running Hurricane Rana.
Well, that's never happened. I thought you were going to talk shit about the power bomb that Wardlow.
No, I've seen that before.
Quentin Rampage Jackson. Just. Yeah,
I've seen that before. I've seen at one point Jake Hager runs on the cage. I've seen that before. So that's fine.
He did the Showtime punch, the fucking Superman punch off the cage. Showtime Pettis.
Yeah, I've seen that shit before. I've never seen somebody hit a goddamn Hurricane Rana because that's a pure wrestling move. If you are in a shoot fight and someone fucking wraps their legs around you and tries to turn you, what you would do in that situation is not go with them.
You drop. Just drop.
You drop
Just drop them right on their fucking head.
Yeah, you drop on your knees and make it and fucking crush your skull.
Yeah.
Because that's not a shoot wrestling move.
No.
That's a fake wrestling move. Because it requires complete cooperation from your opponent.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. I recently learned that the Russian leg sweep is also a shoot wrestling move. Sambo, the Russian martial art. All you got to do is just wrap around, bring it back, boom, you got a leg lock.
Makes sense. Sambo is a Russian martial arts form.
Hence the Russian leg sweep.
Yeah, we have a Sambo dungeon. Not dungeon. Dojo.
Yes.
Not dungeon.
Yes.
We have a sex Sambo dojo around here. I've always been thinking, like, maybe I should go there one day.
Yeah, just learn. I mean, it's always good to learn a martial art. I'm just gonna say that now. Learning a full contact grappling martial art, it's great.
Yeah,
bro. Like, going back to this cage match real quick. The problem with it is that I've seen better fake shoot fights from other promotions.
Yeah,
ICW New York runs it. Josh Barnett has Bloodsport all the fucking time. And granted, I will give it this to the AEW apologists. There was only one good Josh Barnett Bloodsport event, and that was Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 1. It came after the worst wrestling event I've ever watched, Matt Riddle's Bloodsport. Followed.
Hey. Blackcraft. Don't forget Blackcraft.
Okay, all right. The second worst. Barnett's Bloodsport 1 from top of the card to bottom of the card was fucking great.
Yeah.
You can make you can make fake shoot fights in wrestling.
Yeah.
Fucking there's this one company that's I think it's Paradigm, actually. Paradigm Pro. They constantly do UWFI rules, which UWFI was a worked shoot company.
Yeah. Like you could pull it off. Wardlow's not a guy you could pull it off with. And neither is Jake Hager, because Jake Hager isn't. Because he's had fucking MMA fights where he won, but you're missing out on something. He's a bad pro wrestler. He can't make anything fake look good.
No.
So even if you legitimize his fight with guys with dad bods who never really fought after that, he's not a good pro wrestler. He can't make fake moves look good normally.
Right. So what makes you
Why
think
would
he
you
can
put
make
him in
real
this situation?
moves? Yeah. What makes you think he can make real moves fake look real?
Yeah.
I
Just
don't know.
stupid.
It was a
Anyway,
bad idea.
Yeah. Anyway, my bad. I told Hash I really wanted to rant that before the show, and he granted me my wish. I didn't expect that. Thank you.
What?
I told you before we started this I wanted to talk about that fucking match, and I was sad I didn't get to because we did fucking review last week.
Bro, it's
So thank you
fine.
for letting me review that shitty match.
Bro, that match was
That's
just,
just
it was that bad. We needed to talk about it.
Yeah.
Worst match of the year, honestly. So far.
Probably. Well, I can see Alexa Bliss doing something really fucking stupid later.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go to SmackDown. This hopefully working. Shut up. Sorry. Bless you. Bless you.
Fuck you.
Let's go to SmackDown. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman are in their locker room. Paul says Ray and Dom in their hospital beds are acknowledging the tribal chief.
Oh my
and Jimmy
God.
walks in. Jay is still a no-show. Jimmy said he got a hold of Jay, and Jay said he isn't coming back. Roman grunts about taking him from being one of the Usos to main event Jay, and now he just doesn't show up.
Yeah.
Jimmy
Jimmy
says he got Roman. Jimmy says he got Roman family for family. Roman asks if Jimmy thinks he could do what Jay does, be the right-hand man. Jimmy says he can. He can do what his brother does. And Roman tells him to prove it. Bianca Belair promo. Since she won, she hasn't been able to stop celebrating, not been able to stop shining her title because the girl in the reflection, she did that.
Yeah.
She'll never forget the pain Bayley put her through, but she can't stop smiling because she has the title. She didn't let the bully get to her. She wants to be reminded that we are so much more powerful than the bullies out there. And ding dong, the witch is dead. Seth Rollins then comes out.
Redesign, rebuild, reclaim. Burn it down!
And at that point, while Seth Rollins is coming out, my TV cut to a news broadcast about something about apartments in Miami or something. I don't know.
Damn.
But yeah, an apartment in Miami collapsed, and presumably over like 100 people are gone from it, which is unfortunate. Condolences to their family. Rest in peace. Very bad situation. Like, just unfortunate.
So while that tragedy was happening, you missed Seth Rollins asking Bianca Belair for a high five, to which Bianca Belair says, "Who do you think I is?" I think that's what she said. She said something like that and said, "Do you know that you're tagging with Bayley tonight?" To which Seth Rollins says, "Yes, I know I'm tagging with Bayley tonight, but once she comes out here and you're on the mat losing to Bayley, I won't be able to high five you then. So high five me now."
Sounds like we turned in. Sounds like my TV. It sounds like my TV tuned into a tragedy to escape the train wreck that was going to happen on fucking SmackDown.
And yeah, Bayley and Seth Rollins win.
Okay.
After
Cesaro
that,
was tagging with fucking Bianca, apparently.
Oh, yes. No, it was a handicap match.
I would like. It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting if WWE were to do that. Just like, yeah, a fucking intergender handicap match where a man and a woman take on a woman.
Yeah!
They'd probably get backlash for that.
Sounds like I'm wrestling in SVRO 6 again. Except I just put in like The Undertaker and Kane versus like Joy Giovanni.
Did you have like one like wrestler you didn't like get fucking killed by like fucking hosses?
Oh fuck, who was it?
It was you just had one like field wrestler that you did like just keep getting fucking manhandled by hosses.
Sounds like me. Oh Jesus.
Anyway, what were you saying?
We move on to the next part where I think Roman Reigns just started walking out.
Oh yeah, Jimmy is backstage and Paul walks in. Jimmy asks what Roman means by prove it. Paul says your family needs a right-hand man for Roman. Now the family needs main event Jimmy. Paul tells him to win the match tonight. Jimmy says he's gonna win it for the family, and Paul goes to the end of the match. And before he does, he says, "You better win, because if you don't," they just pass him on the shoulder and leaves.
Because if you don't, burn it down.
King Shinsuke gets coronated.
That's it. That's a segment.
Rick Boogs
Baron
is
Corbin
the one
looks fucking depressed backstage. Like
that's they're celebrating in the ring, and they show Corbin backstage just fucking sad, looking like he's about to fucking cry. And he says that he lost his crown. He lost his crown. What's the point? And then he just leaves.
I'm sad. I know. Yeah, sad. I know.
Someone make sure there's not a Bowflex machine in his locker room.
Keep the dogs out of the enclosed pool area. Keep them out.
Just keep Corbin happy by having him cook meat. Well, he seems like something he likes to do.
The king of Kansas City barbecue.
He really is. He needs a crown for that. A fucking crown that's made of a rack of ribs.
Oh, man. We move on.
Well, we don't really move on because Sonya and Pierce are also vibing to the music in their fucking room. And, like, I really just wanted at that point to just keep going to different locker room TVs and have people just, like, jamming out to it. And then she goes to Roman's and he's just standing there stoically.
He's just sitting there. But hands fucking folded over, just looking. Yeah. Then it cuts back to the Baron Corbin locker room and he's just swinging.
This is a shadow of him hanging.
A little fucking lightning going off.
A tipped over fucking empty bottle of antidepressants.
Sad by Triple X Tentacion plays in the background.
So yeah, Sonya and Pierce are vibing to the music, and then Rollins shows up, and he asks about Roman's State of the Union address, which I think was his actual words. I'm pretty sure he meant State of the Universal Title address, because I don't think Roman Reigns is president yet.
The tribal chief is the fucking master and ruler of the universe. What part of this do you not understand?
You're right. Rollins wants to be the next challenger for the title. He says that no one deserves the opportunity more than him. Pierce says they're not ready to make that decision right now, and Sonya says that they'll take it under advisement. Otis has a promo package for seemingly no reason.
Look, man, they're still trying to push Otis, but this time as a serious heel.
I like him better as a serious heel than like as a goddamn freak show.
Yeah, that's a hot take, goofball. Dave. Learn how to make a hot take, Dave.
Near the end of fucking Otis's face run, it just got too much with the Mandy Rose shit, the Money in the Bank shit. It's like it got too focused on making moments more than building up anything.
It built up to Mandy Rose good for a while.
They did. It was never good, but they built it up, and they made sure to build it up every single week. It was meme-worthy.
Look, man, once Tucky dropped Otis like a fucking sack of potatoes, that was it. Otis's face run was done.
Yeah. Otis got dropped by his boyfriend, and then Tucky just got cut. Still sad about Tucky getting cut because they fucking ruined that tag team for no fucking reason.
Bro, I mean, I was listening to an old podcast of ours, Tacoma Washington's favorite son and Nicholas's favorite dad, episode 4. And Heavy Machinery, I remembered Tucky was a good wrestler. Like, he was actually like a good wrestler.
They had a good dynamic because one was the personality, the other one was the wrestler. In that, Tucky was actually just good at doing moves. He just wasn't very as charismatic.
They don't want teams to stay over. That just happens.
They separated Otis and Tucky to have a reason that fucking Otis loses the Money in the Bank championship. They had no clue what to do after that.
No.
So Tucky just wallowed in the mid card before getting released. Sorry, wallowed in the lower card, not even the mid card. Once in a while, you see him at like the 24/7 championship runs, and that's about it.
I mean, you obviously weren't watching Main Event on Hulu.
Yes, I am the fucking 99.99999% of people that don't watch Main Event on Hulu. But yeah, they didn't do anything. They didn't. Yeah, there's even less people. But yeah, they didn't do anything with Tucky. And Otis, they took him almost immediately after he dropped that fucking Money in the Bank championship opportunity. They just put him back in a tag team. So what was the fucking point?
They wanted him to be heel, but they didn't want Heavy Machinery to be heel.
No, the thing is, they wanted Otis to win the Money in the Bank championship, but they didn't want him to win the title. So they had that fucking moment, and that one moment where he won the Money in the Bank championship basically derailed his career and the fucking Heavy Machinery.
Yeah?
Because they didn't have an exit plan. They didn't have what they wanted to do. They didn't have any sort of plan, and it's obvious that they didn't have a plan.
No, absolutely not. No.
Heel Heavy Machinery would have been fucking money.
It probably would have, honestly.
Like, that would have been great. But now we just have heel Otis with heel Chad Gable. Two men that are just cast-offs from better tag teams. Big E versus Apollo Crews in a Money in the Bank qualifying match. Aziz interferes. Aziz gets thrown out. And Aziz Big E hits the big ending. Yeah, Aziz Ansari.
Yeah! I'm sorry. Boo.
Commander Aziz interferes. Commander Aziz gets thrown out. And Big E hits the big ending for the big dub.
Yeah, the big dub. It's a massive dub, lads.
It is a massive dub. Sami Zayn is interviewed. He's happy that he won Sunday. He says he saw the world as a place of injustice and meaningless chaos. But him being KO proved that it is. It proved that there's some order, some chaotic justice, and he's the messenger. And this is the best week of his life. Caleb Braxton then informs him that he has to face KO next week in a Money in the Bank qualifier. He says he's already won. This is messing with karma, messing with the cosmos, and this is the worst week of his life.
Damn it. Poor Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn confronts Pierce after this and asks what the hell is going on. He just wants to be put in the match. Or better yet, just given the contract. And Pierce says Pierce says that he has to fight KO next week in a last man standing match.
Oh, Jesus.
And I can only hazard a guess that is the one type of match Zayn and Owens hasn't fought yet.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure about that. I can vaguely remember in my head a fucking match between KO and Sami Zayn that was a fucking last man standing match.
I don't remember that one.
But
Go ahead.
I might be thinking of the KO Ambrose match. That was the last man standing.
You might be. I personally think they will never have a match better than their ladder war match, where he did the fucking package pile driver on the ladder bridge.
Probably.
That was one of the best matches of all time. Move on.
Sonya Deville just announces the first woman confirmed for Money in the Bank. Because why have qualifying matches at all?
Boo!
It's Carmella.
Boo!
Carmella thanks her, but notes that Sonya didn't call her the most beautiful woman in WWE. So she wants her to redo it, and then Liv Morgan comes out.
Yay.
Liv is mad because Carmella automatically gets an opportunity. She mentions that she beat Carmella in a match last week that I definitely remember, and I did not forget at all because it was very memorable.
Yay.
Liv says that she deserves to be in the match more than Carmella.
Boo.
And Carmella just basically says, yeah, but like, I'm hot. And then Liv smacks her and they have a match.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Liv Morgan versus Carmella. Liv pins Carmella with a roll-up counter from a head scissors.
Nice.
I just have nothing to say about that entire fucking segment.
Yeah, no, there's nothing to worth talking about. Moving on.
Jimmy Uso was interviewed.
Yeah.
The pressure's on, but he won't fold.
All right.
This one is dedicated to the family and Jay and the brave Mujahideen fighters in Afghanistan. Let's do this.
Shout out.
I think I inserted a part of that.
All
I'm
right,
not sure
hold
which
up.
one though.
Part 2 has concluded. Oni Lorcan is the goddamn best.
God, why is part 2 85 minutes?
Shut up.
Like,
just you wait for fucking part 3.
I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I might cut this out.
I mean, I guess.
This is for me. This is for me to remind myself, you know, why Oni Lorcan's the best.
Oh,
anyway,
is the best.
After that, we have Jimmy Uso taking off Dolph Ziggler for a Money in the Bank qualification match. No, it's just for Roman's
Main
respect,
event.
I guess.
Yeah, and Jay
And for
did it.
The brave Mujahideen fighters in Afghanistan, yeah, Jimmy did it. Jimmy won with a super kick out of nowhere where no one really reacted because it was it didn't feel like a finish.
No.
Before that, Ziggler hit a zigzag on steel steps and it looked like a botch because if you didn't let go way too early, you would have fucking legit injured yourself. So it's just kind of a move that he shouldn't have tried to do because it looked like shit.
Right.
But whatever. I guess people liked it.
Yeah.
After the match, Jimmy goes backstage to Roman and Paul. He asks how he did, and Roman nods approvingly, and Paul says he did great, but Roman wants to go out without Jimmy. Roman gives the State of the Universal title address. They show his win last Friday against Rey Mysterio in a Hell in a Cell match. Paul runs down a list of everyone Roman has beaten during his run. Paul says no one's left. Roman's beat all of them, and then hands Roman the mic. Before Roman can say a word, Edge comes out. Edge beats the shit out of Roman. Roman gets the upper hand eventually, goes for a chair, and then gets speared in the ring.
Damn.
Jimmy comes out to make the save. Jimmy gets speared through a barricade. And as Paul and Roman flee, Edge says that whenever Reigns wants him, he's right here.
The definition of
SmackDown.
iconoclast. The definition of iconoclast reads as follows: a person who attacks cherished beliefs or institutions, or a destroyer of images used in religious worship. Seth Rollins is taking on Edge before SummerSlam. Or at SummerSlam. Something is happening between those two.
Are you sure about that?
I mean, Seth Rollins is still a messiah.
Seth wants Roman. Edge wants Roman. Edge is probably going to be the one that gets Roman.
Iconoclast.
I don't know.
Either way, that's SmackDown. One, concluding my 4-hour-long rant as to why Oni Lorcan is not only the greatest wrestler of all time, but the greatest human being of all time. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
So that's the last one. That's the last part.
Yes.
Okay, good. So
Hopefully.
AEW.
A doob.
They do the dub.
This one's for all the double O's and doublettes. Don't forget to subscribe to AEW on YouTube, Being the Elite, Sammy Guevara Vlogs. That's it. AEW Games, AEW on TNT.
Don't forget to stalk Brandon Cutler. Show up outside his house.
Don't forget to send Brandon Cutler arsenic.
Don't forget to mail fucking Brandon Cutler a pipe bomb.
All right, how do we kick off AEW this week?
They kicked off with a quote-unquote Sammy Guevara interview. He was asked about his match next week against MJF, and before he could answer, Sean Spears showed up at him with a chair. He says his compliments of MJF and good luck next week.
Okay, but how many times did he talk about raping Sasha Banks?
Listen, he hasn't done that in a while. Listen, you gotta forgive and forget. A courtesy that some people don't give to some different countries, companies, and countries, I guess.
Yes.
We're starting off this live fucking. We're starting this off with a train wreck already. Goddamn.
AEW.
AEW. Oh, man.
I'm sorry. I don't think I can like Sammy Guevara anymore. Not because of those comments, but because of his reaction to said comments.
Yeah. I don't like AEW's reaction to said comments. I already fucking went over this in the Dave Meltzer thing. So I'm not going to reiterate.
They kicked him out for a couple of weeks, and he came back.
Yeah,
lauded like a hero.
Let's kick you out for like about a month, and then when you come back, you're gonna be in the main event again. Like, come on. He joked about raping somebody, man. And like,
then MJF brought a light to, or just said it because they're fucking feuding. And Sammy Guevara has the nerve to say, "Man, you went too far. That was a dark time in my life. Dark time for you in your life. Fuck, get the fuck over yourself."
You gotta just own up to it. Be like, yeah, I said that. Like, just own up to the fact that you fucking said something bad.
Dumb.
And it was supposed to be a joke, but it didn't sound like you were fucking joking, to be honest.
Did you listen to the audio?
Yeah.
Oof.
Like, that's the thing that got me. Is like it's like that time that Onison, I think it was Onison, he talked about raping a dog, and just didn't come
that was
up.
Shane Dawson fucking his cat.
Oh, sorry, Shane Dawson fucking his cat.
You got all of that reversed.
Whatever. Onison's a horrible human being anyway. But
Shane
Shane Dawson
is, yes.
Yeah, it's like that time that Shane Dawson talked about raping his cat, and like, it didn't sound like a joke. You could tell with the context it was supposed to be a joke, but he said it with a weird conviction, like this is just something he did.
Right.
And there is no punchline. There's just I fucked a cat.
I mean, you make a shocking statement. If you deliver it in a certain way, it can be construed as funny.
Oh, yeah,
that's right, construed.
Anything. See, humor is subjective. Like, I don't like when people argue, like, well, I'm not laughing. It's like, okay,
yeah.
Well, the intention was to make you laugh. So it's still a joke. It doesn't become not a joke if you're not laughing.
I know a lot of people still don't find Louis C.K. funny anymore. I do. I go to his old specials. I laugh. I bought his most recent special after all the allegations had died because I thought, I still find him funny. I still find Dave Chappelle funny. I find, a lot of people that, they're not funny because I don't think it's funny. It's like, I find them funny, so I support them. I know people don't find everything I find funny. I mean, I laugh at dumb shit, man. I fucking laughed at an image so hard yesterday. It was a fucking image of you remember Sabib, right? The fucking meme, the fucking Sabib. So it was that one, and the line was
You
he
sent me
hits
that,
her.
yeah.
Yeah, she shits herself. That line.
Yeah, and highlight he hit her.
Yeah, it highlights he hit her. But he hits her, but the fucking full word is she shits herself.
I'm pretty sure it was the same Twitter I saw, the same tweet I saw. I like the one that somebody put on there where it was a joke on the Super Mario Galaxy, "You are Mr. Gay" thing. But in that format.
Oh, fucking, hey, Vsauce, you are Mr. Gay. What's up with that, Mario?
But yeah, like, humor is subjective. Like, if the intention is to make someone joke, it's a joke. You can't take it seriously just because you're not laughing at it. As much as I fucking hate and joke on the fucking Dad's Google History thing, it's a joke because the intention is to make you laugh. It's a really, really bad joke. No one found it funny. It became ironic. It horseshoed to where it was so unfunny it became hilarious. And I respect that. I respect the hustle on that.
Oh, man. Do you think they knew it was that bad? And they're just like, fuck it. What do I gotta lose?
No, I just think that person's an unfunny, talentless hack.
No.
Just point blank. I just think that person's just a very unfunny person.
Hey, that's
anyway.
fine.
Speaking of unfunny people and Dad's Google History, Powerhouse Hobbs fought Hangman Page.
What?
Hangman Page versus Powerhouse Hobbs.
No, hold on. How does that relate?
Jim Ross.
Unfunny.
Well, the first line Jim Ross said is, "Get ready for some cowboy shiznit."
I'm getting real tired of Jim Ross. I'm getting fucking sick of this motherfucker. I hate this man now. I'm tired of getting fucking notifications on Cool's Twitter when fucking Jim Ross is being horny. All right, I don't care. I don't care.
Jim Ross has two emotions: apathy and horny. You could tell that Cowboy Shiznit was written on a fucking napkin in front of him, so he said it.
Jim, don't forget to say Cowboy Shiznit. You're the voice of wrestling. People will have to listen to you.
Is that fucking meme with like the fucking it's time for your fucking dick flattening, but it's time to say Cowboy Shiznit, and there's fucking that Doomer fucking Bojack with a cowboy hat on.
By God. By God.
Oh God. Okay, honey.
We need to put Jim Ross out to fucking pasture. Like, he needs to go now. Like, he does nothing for the fucking show. He does nothing for commentary. He's just there to fucking piss me off.
He is AEW's Michael Cole in that he does nothing well. The only time you really knows him is when he does something so awful, it's fucking hilarious.
Bro, like, honestly, I'd take Michael Cole over him. I would, because at least Michael Cole, he shows emotion sometimes.
Well, like, I'll take Michael Cole over him, not because of that, but because Michael Cole has always sucked. With Jim Ross, it's just sad, because he used to be good.
Oh, man. Dude, honestly, some of the best wrestling calls I've ever heard was fucking Jim Ross. He's doing the same shit he used to do, but with, like, 99.9% less enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Like,
just kind of sad.
You pointed it out last week on the Facebook page, where he's just like, when Dean Malenko gets hit, fucking Jim Ross is like, "Oh, you son of a bitch!" Like, he doesn't. You're a son of a bitch.
Son of a bitch! Like, it's like that fucking. It's like a meme. It's like
it's a sitcom. It's a sitcom catchphrase. That's what
like
it
he
is.
says.
That's.
He says with the same enthusiasm, Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking getting up to do that fucking epic handshake. You son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch. I'm in.
Yeah.
Powerhouse Hobbs. Don't take no shit.
Powerhouse Hobbs chose not to have anyone Team Taz ringside. at the start,
is
at
Team
least.
Taz just breaking apart at the seams?
Team Taz, well, the thing is, Brian Cage has gone rogue, basically. Everybody else in Team Taz is on the same fucking frequency. But Brian Cage has gone rogue. His fucking hubris and pride has gotten the better of him. And he will not do any of that dirty shit.
See, his own hubris. He would have won. Had he cheated.
If he would have just cheated. Cheating? You always win with cheating. If there's any two things you want to take away from KEWL, drunk driving is justified, and you only win if you cheat. I'm never going to forget the Terrifier review.
Oh, where I'm just like, remember, kids, you need this. None of this would have happened if they just had drank and drive.
If they would have just drove drunk, they would have never died. From getting killed by a clown, at least. They could have died from something else, maybe because they drove drunk, but they didn't. They wouldn't have died because of a clown, unless the clown was also driving, and they fucking hit the clown head on. The clown doesn't drink. He's straight edge.
I have 2 gigabytes on my phone, reserved for a 10-hour head-on video. That's on my phone. 10 hours of head-on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head-on. Apply directly to the forehead. Head-on. For 10 hours.
Jesus. Why? Comedy is subjective. We've been through this.
Okay, no, you know what? Because I was going to send it to you guys. But it's too large. I can't send it. I can't post 10 hours of head on.
Oh, God, the Burger King guy was back. Just ignore that. Hobbs worked Hangman Page's arm. Page is bleeding from the top or back of his head at like the midway late point. I don't know what happened.
He's just bleeding.
He's just bleeding. Starks and Hook came out with the FTW title to give to Hobbs to cheat, and Brian Cage comes out, runs Stark to the back and takes his title back, and Page wins with a Deadeye, which is a better finisher than the Buckshot Lariat. You got anything to say about it? I
hate the Buckshot Lariat.
Okay.
Is Hangman Page the FTW champion?
Yes. No. It's Brian Cage still.
But he beat Brian Cage. Wasn't every match Brian Cage done an FTW championship? And if not, why not? You hold a title, defend it, big boy.
I don't know. I don't think he's ever I think he defended like the first couple weeks, and then they just they keep forgetting it exists. Is the problem?
They forget everything exists.
Yeah. Young Bucks promo. I wish I could forget they exist. They mock the trolls and people on the internet, calling them overrated. Us. They can't be overrated.
I knew that. I knew they listened to us.
They're the longest reigning tag champs in AEW history. The prestigious full 2-year history.
Bro, they have go away heat, I think.
They're just, they have go away heat with me at least. They're just, like, anytime I see them, they're doing something fucking really lame. It just makes me angry because, like, you don't have the personality to pull your shit off. And when you try not to do that stuff, you're just a kind of boring, flippy tag team. Which seems counterproductive, but when you're watching TV, fucking 9 hours of wrestling a week plus, and there's fucking dozens of guys who do flippy shit, you have to do more than just flippy shit to stand out, and they don't.
I mean, they do, in the sense of they are the most insufferable tag team in professional wrestling. They stand out not because they're good, they stand out because, God, if they ever show up on my TV again, I'm going swinging.
So it's also like, I get the same vibes from them like I do for Cody, where it's like, you guys are insufferably lame, and everything you say is wrong, but I have I feel like you actually believe it, which makes it even worse. Because you believe you're cool, and you're not. Anyway, Brandon Cutler keeps trying to interject with quotes, and they keep telling him shut up every time, which is the only good part of this promo. It was actually pretty decent.
Yeah.
Thanks, Young Bucks, for making me like Brandon Cutler in comparison. They've run down all the people that, in comparison. They run down all the people they've beaten in the past, and they say Penta and Kingston are next. They're EVPs, extremely violent people. Beats me, man.
I hate this company. I hate this fucking company, man. Like, this is becoming a chore.
There is a promo between Tully Blanchard and Conan. Each one, Tully Blanchard, of course, representing FTR, and Conan representing Pride and Powerful.
Did you hear the song he came out to?
No, I did not. What song did he come out to?
Fucking LAX. He came out to the LAX theme. He just
really?
walked. Yeah, he just walked out to the LAX theme.
Nice.
He doesn't give a fuck.
That thing's fucking fire.
Oh, man. He probably paid Dale Oliver for the fucking rights. He's like, Dale, I'm buying the rights to fucking the LAX theme. I use it wherever I want to be. Because that theme is fucking fire. Like, honestly.
Fucking fire.
That's one of the best themes in wrestling.
If when LAX is finally not stapled to Chris Jericho's back, PMP is not stapled to Chris Jericho's fucking back and can finally do shit, and that's their theme, I'd be happy. And they're managed by Conan instead of fucking Chris Jericho. Yep. Tully lets Conan go first because he's a gentleman. Conan won't be intimidated, and he says PMP will not be intimidated either. FTR says that they and PMP have similar upbringings, but discrimination in gang wars is different than cow tipping and bar fights. Conan's great.
Conan is... The thing with Conan is there's only one thing that's certain about Conan. You never know what you're going to get with him.
Oh, no. Like, this is fun. Like, he's great. He's a great fucking microphone presence that you tell he doesn't give a shit. He's going to say what he wants to say. It's great.
And you're going to fucking learn to deal with it. You're going to roll with my punches.
Yeah. Tully gets his turn. He says he knows very much about Spanish and knows very much about Conan.
And speaking of Conan, like, why wasn't he in WWE ever? I mean, except for Max Moon, I guess, once.
We don't talk about Max Moon. we don't talk about Conan Max Moon. We don't do that.
Bro, like, honestly, I think if they brought fucking, like, the 3 Live crew to fucking WWE, during the Ruthless Aggression era, Conan would have been fucking over. He'd be looked back fondly.
Man, I remember watching an old, like, WCW event with him against Eddie Guerrero, and he was wearing, like, fucking actual wrestling gear, and it looks so fucking weird.
Oh, that was early Conan, when he was still, like, Conan the Barbarian in Mexico, top guy in AAA, fucking big top guy.
He was actually wearing, like, tights or, like, a singlet or something, and it was just like, what the fuck? That's not tassels
everywhere.
Yeah, that's not my Conan.
That's not K-Dog. That's not fucking fingerless gloves fucking dancing his way to the Filthy Animals theme down the fucking ramp. God, I love Conan. I do, honestly. Conan should be Conan for Cool Hall of Fame.
No objection from me.
We need to make a Hall of Fame list this year. Do a Hall of Fame fucking episode.
Yeah. Tully says that Conan doesn't know who he's dealing with. He mentions that FTR is going to come out. They're going to lie him flat back, and they're going to end the game. Conan says, when all is said and done, Tully's going to be glad that Walmart is still hiring greeters.
Fucking Conan. Oh, everyone knows it's Conan. Orale!
Conan knew that Tully was going to do some fuck shit, so he brought his boys out to fucking even the odds. And PMP come out with their faces completely covered up, wearing masks. And they're not FTR. They are definitely Pride and Powerful, who always have their face completely covered up so you can't see who they are.
Yeah.
Oh no, though. They show the backstage and Pride and Powerful is laid out. Who is in the ring then? It's FTR.
I fucking hate this company.
FTR hit an assisted power driver on Conan. Or double team power driver. And yeah, after that we get Dante Martin versus Matt Sydal.
So,
Before
Dante Martin, also known as Angel Dorado.
Yes. Before Sydal comes out, Vicky comes out doing her excuse me shtick. She's here to introduce the future AEW champion, Andrade El Idolo. And they have an announcement to make. Before they can make that announcement, Matt Sydal comes out for his match, interrupting them. They just leave. They gave up on that.
God damn. Don't you faces have somewhere else to be? Fine, top heel. I guess we'll just leave then.
Stop turning on my Xbox, Oliver.
Fucking
Christ.
Oh my god. I hate this company. Like
at this point, at this point, it's funny. Anytime someone's interrupted or is told to leave, they just do it. There's no pushback ever.
Oh my god. Everyone's a fucking pushover.
It's just almost hilarious. So Matt Sydal and Dante Martin have a pretty good match. Very good. Not this is awesome good, in my opinion.
Sorry, it'd be one thing, like if they when they like fucking push them around and shit, if that happened like once in a while, like once a month, when that kind of shit happens, you know.
Yeah.
It'd be one thing if it's that. It's every week this happens. So, this happens to somebody every fucking week. Is this a fucking joke? Is this an inside joke between the fucking wrestlers in the back?
Only one way to find out. Watch every single thing every AEW wrestler or fucking show does. You gotta watch fucking Being the Elite.
No, I haven't watched that since they announced All Out, because that was... Or All In. When they announced All In, because that was... Oof.
Yeah, I haven't watched it since it was good.
Oh, so never.
Exactly. I've never watched a single fucking episode. I'm never gonna. They've always, like, just go back on a fucking tangent. Like, the Young Bucks have always been annoying to me. Even when they're fucking in NJPW, like, they've never rubbed me the right way. They've always seemed like, well, they're flippy, but they have no personality and they seem extremely unlikable.
Which they are.
They have no in-ring charisma. And you need that to be an engaging, top of the fucking echelon wrestler. Like Dave pretends they are.
Ace said it best. Dave Meltzer killed the wrestling business.
Yeah.
He did. Journalism is... I mean, I went on a rant earlier about Dave Meltzer, so don't mind if I go on another fucking one about Dave Meltzer. God, I can't... I don't understand... I don't understand how someone who says they care about something, just constantly berating it, constantly dragging its name into the mud. I mean, who can... Dude fucking likened fucking writing a writer to a fucking wrestling journalist that is himself. He self-inserted himself in becoming a fucking open heart surgeon. Like, that to me is the new Mark is the wrestling N-word.
I still can't believe you said that.
Here's the thing, Dave. You said Mark. You didn't say the N-word.
Well, Dave has an M-word pass.
No, he doesn't. The Bucks aren't black.
No, M-word, not N-word.
M-word? Oh, he has an M-word pass. Because he's a fucking Mark.
Indeed.
Dude literally is just the fucking worst. He's the worst thing in wrestling. He is. Wrestling journalism fucking sucks.
Okay.
And if we ever get called wrestling journalists, we'll fucking throw myself off a bridge.
I plan on doing that regardless. Anyway, in here I just wrote the note of AEW fan not chant "This is awesome" in every match challenge impossible.
Look, here's the thing. Dante Martin leaped high into the air.
Yeah. Like, it's after a while, you just like I don't want to berate fans at all because they're enjoying it and there should be no problem enjoying it. But at the same time, it's like do a different chant because like you're watering down this one. Like it's this is awesome. It's just it
Look, I
doesn't
mean,
have
I'd
the
rather. I'm sure the company would rather them have or chant fucking "This is awesome" instead of "We're paid to chant, we're paid to chant, we're paid to chant," you know, shit like that.
yeah. I think some of my hatred for the AEW fans is also that like the fact that it brought back fans and also kept the paid section of the crowd and it just kind of felt really weird and like they're fucking astroturfing chants and stuff. So I have this distrust for the chants that happen because I'm never quite sure if it's authentic or if it's some paid guy fucking trying to get a goddamn raise by chanting something and it just catches on.
AEW did what everyone claims WWE does, but
Yeah.
they using a live audience to do it. You know,
Yeah.
you can't say WWE's piping in crowd noise without acknowledging the fact that AEW has been literally paying their crowd.
Yeah. It was fine when COVID was a thing because what are you gonna do? It feels better to have any sort of live audience, but when you have a live audience and a paid audience, and you could like listen in on some of the chants of one person starting to say it and then just fucking reverberating around,
Yeah,
like it just kind of feels very icky, very inauthentic.
because at the end of the day, that's what this company is. They're fucking inauthentic.
Yeah.
No, they don't believe anything they say. They don't fucking have any conviction behind any of their stories. They don't care about their own product.
Yeah.
But they
God,
pump
this
out the
fucking
same shit every week just because. It's the same shit every week. Literally. I mean, fucking you move on week and week and week and it's just the same fucking structure of matches, the same types of matches, the same fucking 5 people.
I think also just this, like, it kind of it's like because this episode of AEW just wasn't very great. It was fine. Like some of the matches were very good. Like this match was probably the match of the night. Second match of the fucking night. Probably shouldn't be a match of the night, but whatever. Like it felt like a kind of boring, lackluster AEW. Where the only thing I just watched and the only thing I can remember is this match and the fucking Rusev promo. But anyway, Matt Sydal won with the lightning spiral, which I'm not quite sure how to describe it. It's sort of like, okay, you know when Kurt Angle goes to set up the Angle Slam? So he tucks his head like in between, like at your rib cage and grabs you by the head and legs.
Yeah.
Imagine that, but like fisherman, so he hooks one of the legs. And instead of going forward, he kind of reverses it.
Okay.
That's the move.
All right. Okay. Cool. I guess
it's a fisherman fucking suplex with extra steps.
Does Mike Sydal wrestle on the main show, or does he only wrestle on Dark?
The only time I've seen him wrestle is with tag matches with Matt.
Okay. He's not very good. It's not that he's not very good. It's just he's not near the talent of Matt. And it shows, kind of like it's noticeably that he's not as good as Matt.
Yeah.
And it's like, I kind of get why you weren't signed anywhere until your brother was signed at a company that will sign anyone that's friends with anyone.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, not everybody gets their brother's fucking genetics. Matt Sydal is he's fantastic. Even when he's older, he's just great. He could do the fucking random flippy shit that's just, it has impact because he doesn't only do that anymore.
Right, he throws in his technical game. He's,
yeah, like he's very fun to watch. He knows how to pace a match. Like
here's the thing. Go ahead. Sorry, I cut you off.
He's just a very good wrestler. I can't praise him enough, honestly.
It honestly was good to see Matt on the main card, and
Yeah.
and fucking Dante Martin on the main card, because like they only have the same 10 fucking wrestlers on the show every fucking week, and you have to go to dark to watch some of your fucking favorites. You know,
Yeah, the
I
only
want
problem
to
I have.
see Angelico and Evans on the fucking main show. I
Oh,
don't want to
100
see
agree.
I don't want to see Jack Evans on Twitter saying I'm not good enough to be on the main show.
Yeah,
He said that on his fucking Twitter.
really.
He said I'm
Jack
not
Evans,
good enough to.
Jack Evans
He's
is fantastic.
sloppy. He's sloppy. Don't get me wrong. He's messed up a lot of stuff in his career, but he's still. It's not even the fact that whether he's good or not. He's a different. He's new blood into the scene that they need.
God, and Helico and Evans is like low key one of their better actual tag teams.
They're the most underrated tag team they have because they
Yeah.
never showcase them.
Yeah, like they're just fantastic and they're very charismatic in the ring.
They have
Like,
personality. They're dicks.
They're extremely fluid with their moves too. Like it's impressive to watch them.
Angelico is just a fucking cool dude. His finish is a razor's edge into the fucking corner.
God damn.
Yeah.
They're
go ahead.
They're just great. Like I don't know.
All four seasons of Lucha Underground are on Tubi, which is free television.
Don't they have? Isn't Tubi the one that also has NXT? MXC.
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, then I gotta watch fucking some Tubi shit.
Yeah, Tubi's
some
pretty
NXT.
good. Most Extreme Elimination Challenge. I think that's a different one, but I do know that I love MXC.
Where are they running from? They're not. They're running too.
They're running too. It's Takeshi's Castle, but not at the same time.
Yeah,
because you got all your fucking like American humors and shit. I don't know. It's
the original. It's the original Bridge series.
Yeah, it is, and it's fucking hilarious. I love that like several people were named fucking Baba Ganoush.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that they used Baba Ganoush so fucking much.
God, this is gonna last forever. Jungle Boy has a promo.
Boo.
He feels like tonight is gonna be the biggest night of his life, and then Christian comes in, tells him that is gonna be the biggest night of your life, and then tells him to be pissed off at the people, including Kenny Omega, who don't think he should be in this position. He shocked the world once by winning the fucking Battle Royal. He should shock the world again by winning the title.
Damn.
Yeah. Usually it's like, okay, well, why don't you let him fucking do his thing instead of bringing an old guy to do it? Jungle Boy's not good at promo, so I'll give it a pass.
Yeah.
Jungle Boy can't.
He's not.
He's not very good at inflecting. He's very Darby Allin-ish.
Yeah. Yes, he is, brother.
Yep.
Yes, he is.
Smart Mark Sterling and Jade Cargill have a promo. They came to an agreement with ShopAEW.com to have all their t-shirts, well, every t-shirt, 10% off on their store with a code. Mark Sterling says that we already sold out of double XLs, which makes sense knowing wrestling fans.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're fat.
What an asshole.
What an asshole. How dare you tell the truth? Boo. Jade is that bitch.
Yeah.
They really they want to get that catchphrase over so much, but it is no longer 2018.
No.
Pinnacle.
Yeah.
Pinnacle have an interview.
Yeah.
There's a part of MJF that can understand why people don't like what he did to Jericho last week and what Spears did to Sammy Guevara today. But he doesn't understand why people have a problem with him decking Dean Malenko last week. He's old and sickly and shouldn't be in a wrestling ring. MJF said he did him a favor by giving him an early retirement. Jericho and Jake Hager attack. They come out to the ring to brawl. The numbers advantage gives MJF, Spears, and Wardlow the upper hand, but then Sammy comes out to even the odds. Sammy gets a mic and says next week AEW will find out they chose the wrong guy to get an action figure and to put on the promo pictures. And he says that MJF might think that he's better than everyone, better than you, but Sammy is going to prove that he's the best ever.
Yeah, best ever. Yeah,
he's a fiery heel. It's a fine promo. He compared to like the other promos in this fucking show, it was fine.
Yeah.
Speaking of promos, though, the best fucking promo in the goddamn company, Miro, makes a fucking appearance.
Yeah, what does Miro have to say?
He thanks God for keeping him powerful and his wife flexible. He promises to use God's backing only against people who deserve it, like Brian Pillman Jr. Standing between a righteous man and his path is like standing between a cleaver and its meat. Pillman will discover why he is God's favorite champion. The second stupidest thing Pillman did was thinking about attacking him. The first was actually doing it. Miro's fantastic, dude.
It's just it's what did they not see in him?
I don't know, but they let him off the leash and he became like the literal best thing about AEW Weekly.
I mean, they let him be a character. They let him do what he was supposed to do from day one. He's nobody's fucking sidekick.
Yeah. Like somebody just let him like, okay, yeah, just go out there and talk about God and your hot wife and how you're gonna fucking destroy people.
That's all he needs to do.
Yeah, and he does it fucking great.
Does it better than anyone else.
He really does. Ethan Page versus Bear Bronson is next.
Ooh.
The ref gets distracted by Bear Boulder, and Page and Sky double team Bronson. Sky distracts Bronson as he climbs to the turnbuckle, and while the ref is distracted by the ruckus that Sky and Boulder are having outside, Bronson gets low blowed, and Page hits an ego edge on him for the win.
I don't like it as much as I like the Razor's Edge. Being honest here, I don't like when they throw it. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
I get you. It's just I like when they throw it. It kind of adds like a power aspect.
Yeah.
Maybe the problem is more with Ethan Page not really being a hoss and that being a very hossy move.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't consider him not a hoss. I wouldn't consider him one either, but I wouldn't not consider him a hoss.
He's a very big, buff, non-hoss.
Yeah.
He's borderline.
He is definitely in that borderline.
Yeah. It's like if he wanted to bulk up like an extra like 10 pounds and become a hoss, he easily could.
Yeah.
Sky grabs a mic and says, "That's my guy," then hands the mic to Page. Page says he's not stupid. He knows for a fact Darby isn't done with him. And pinning Darby wasn't enough for Page either. He's going to be the nail in Darby's coffin. And that's why on July 7th in Miami at Road Rager, he wants a coffin match. Oh, hi, Junior.
Did he say all of that?
Yes. Yes, that was a quote. July 7th, Miami Road Rager coffin match.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, at that point, I was just writing down exactly what he was saying because he was pausing in between lines.
Oh, Jesus. I don't know, man. I don't get it.
A coffin match is something I haven't seen in a while, so
I can't believe that they're about to fucking do a coffin match.
The only problem I have with it is like a coffin match seems like it would be something that's very much Darby's idea. So to have Ethan Page be the one to bring it up is weird.
Yeah. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that it would be weird for him to bring up.
Yeah. Britt Baker and Reba have a promo. They
Rebel.
say they
Her name's not
Rebel.
Reba.
They said Reba. Whatever though. They
No,
keep
no,
going
they
back and
do,
forth, I
but
think.
that's the joke.
Yeah.
We're supposed to find it funny.
Ah. So a normal company would like, I don't know.
Not. They just
Probably
not.
not. A normal company would take their fucking talent more seriously than that.
Yeah.
Or at least make it abundantly obvious that's a fucking joke.
But they don't.
But then again, saying that just makes me feel fucking stupid for not getting it. So I'm just gonna move on.
You don't get it?
I'm
Animal.
stupid.
I mean, yeah.
They said that if Tony owed them a favor, they'd ask for a yacht or a house or something. But Vicky asked for just a match. Britt says that this era doesn't have time for old women and shit, and they're gonna kick her ass and something, demonstrating medical references and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is
the
that
Nyla Rose. That was that. Yeah, that was a direct quote. Nyla Rose and Vicky get their turn, and they're gonna. They say they're gonna beat their ass and fucking at Firefest Day 2. Nyla Rose wants the title.
yes. Fight or
I guess
fest.
yes, fight or fest. Do you want a festival or do you want to fight?
Yeah. Fight or fest. Fight or fest.
The Bunny, well known for their well known for the cover of Sleep Party People albums, took on Chris Statlander.
Huh.
Yeah, it was a fine match. I don't
That was
really
a
have much to
reference.
say about it. That was a reference. I just want to fucking mention Sleep Party People.
Dude, they're fucking great. It took me a while, but that song that you originally sent me, that first one, it took me a while to realize that someone's actually talking
Yeah,
during it. Yeah.
yeah, it's fun. They're a good band. When I was at the gym, they played fucking Chin. Well, I played Chin on my headphones.
Nice.
It's a good song. It's got
All
like
right.
kind of more upbeat energy.
Yeah. What's
Statlander won with the Big Bang Theory Bazinga, and after the match, Blade laid out Orange Cassidy.
The
QT
what?
Marsh, the
The
Blade,
Big Bang Theory Bazinga?
the Big Bang Theory Bazinga. The
That's a
Bazinga
move.
was something I put in myself.
No, obviously not. I mean, I know you're not that creative.
No.
The Big Bang Bazinga.
QT Marshall, as he wants to be called, had a promo.
Yes, he can go. Fook himself.
Yeah, I'm sad that we didn't get to talk about that because we've been fucking taking vacation for 2 whole weeks. But he
Yeah.
wants to go by QT Marshall now because he's a heel, so he must have a French sounding name.
Oh, faggot croissant. What? What?
He mentioned that Brock Anderson only got praised like he did because of his dad. He says that Cody isn't here to do work like QT is. He's too busy being Hollywood as shit. And QT wants to be champion at AEW, which made me laugh.
Yeah, QT a champion. Okay. All right, bud. There are some wrestlers that are never going to be champions, and it shows.
Yeah. Brian Billman Jr. had a promo.
Brian Billman?
Yeah, Brian Billman. He says that Miro
Brian.
has a messiah complex. He picks on people lesser than him. But Pillman fought for everything he's ever had. He said next week he's going to beat Miro for the TNT Championship.
Yeah. He won't,
Penta,
but
he won't, but it'd be nice. It'd be nice to give him something.
He has to give himself something.
Yeah, he fights for everything he owns, so he's got to give himself something.
Nice. Yeah,
Penta,
exactly.
Penta and Kingston have a promo. King
Yeah.
says that when the Bucks take people out, it's only in wrestling. But when they take people out, it's in real life. King says the only way to hurt them is to take their tag titles, and to do that, they got to really take them out. In respect to the Young Bucks, yeah. Penta says the Bucks talk about all those they ran over, but next week Penta and King will run them over.
Ah.
And then finally, we get the main event: Jungle Boy and Kenny Omega.
I hope this match didn't suck too bad.
It was a fine match. It's just you can only get so invested in a match where it's like Kenny's not losing to fucking Jungle Boy.
Yeah, they on fucking AEW Twitter thought it was fucking cute. They're all like, fucking, is Jungle Boy gonna be the new Mr. Saturday Night? No, he's not. He's Jungle Boy. He ain't gonna do shit. And we all know this. It is known Jungle Boy ain't gonna do fucking shit.
It's just such a fucking it's a very mid-card gimmick. It's very pigeonholed. I don't get how people could think otherwise. It's just I don't know. It's like it's like if you saw a random episode of Raw in 1999 and fucking Val Venus got a title opportunity against Stone Cold Steve Austin. Who do you think is gonna fucking win? The guy who's a fun gimmick, or the guy who's the legit main eventer?
Obviously, we're going with fucking goofy ass gimmick.
Yeah. Isn't Val Venus a QAnon guy too?
Val's something else. That's all I know.
Ladies.
Hello, ladies.
The ref immediately kicks out everybody from ringside to start the match, but Don Callis is on commentary, so he gets to stay.
Boo.
Jungle Boy locks a snare trap in at that point, and then the Good Brothers and Jurassic Express and Frankie Kazarian all come out and start brawling on the ramp. And the ref isn't distracted by this. Kenny just grabs the ropes eventually, so I'm not sure what the fucking point of it was.
That's the fun thing.
It seemed like a logical thing. It was like, oh, the ref's going to be distracted, so Kenny's going to tap out, and Jungle Boy is going to think he won. But that didn't happen. The ref, for once, didn't get distracted by all the bullshit going on.
For once.
The refs in AEW get distracted a lot. They must have like ADD or something.
They have to.
And then
they have to have something fucking wrong with them.
Yeah, and then eventually Kenny hit the one-winged angel for the win.
Ooh.
Shocking. I can't believe Kenny beat the Jungle Boy.
Can't believe Kenny beat some fucking nobody.
One day he'll be a Jungle Man and he'll attempt it again. But for now, he's still the Jungle Man. Boy.
I'm living in the open.
Yeah. Kenny's about to hit Jungle Boy with the title, but Christian comes out to make the save. And then Hardy and the Private Party come out to attack Christian. But then Christian gets the upper hand, and then the Bucks super kick him.
Yeah.
And that's the end.
That's the end?
That's the end.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This company fucking sucks.
Reading it back, it wasn't as bad as I fucking remember it, but, there's a lot of questionable choices and a lot of shit that didn't really matter. If they just cleaned it up. Like people were joking last week about Vince wanting every match to kind of matter so you get cobbled together bullshit like Jeff Hardy Ramley having a retirement match on SmackDown.
Yeah, I don't understand why that's a bad thing.
It could water that down is the problem, and I understand that, and I agree. It's jarring for Jeff Hardy to just come out and be like, well, I'm gonna fucking bet my goddamn career on the line. It's like, why? All that tells me that you're gonna win.
Yeah,
but at the same time, it's better to have a reason for things going on than to have a random Bunny versus Chris Statler match. Chris Statlander match, where it's like, okay, this has no heat to it. Or fucking the best match of the night, Dante Martin versus Matt Sydal, which had no reason for existing.
Honestly, cold matches aren't very good, but AEW is full of them.
It's hard to get invested in cold matches unless you're there watching it.
Right. Because then you're just... It seems like AEW is a great experience to be there live for.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I am not going to be there live.
Yeah.
Ever.
I'm glad that fucking Moon King got to see one live, though. The
Was
original
that
Fire
the only
Fest
good
was
one?
Yeah, he was at Fire Fest, which was boss. That show was fucking great.
Because it was the only good one.
Yep. But yeah, that is a week in wrestling. And I'm sure this took way too fucking long.
It did. It certainly fucking did.
Yeah, we spent 50 minutes on AEW alone. God damn.
Yep. Well, that's going to do it for this week. And just remember, Dave, if I ever see you, it's fucking on sight.